Minor spoilers for the first 10 or so hours of Pokemon Legends ZA. Hey everybody, welcome back. And I thought that as the most unserious VGC channel, it was my duty to cover the most unserious Pokemon game. That's Pokemon Legends ZA. I haven't beaten the game yet. I've played like 15 hours or so. Yes, it takes 10 hours for them to give you the goddamn Rotom phone glide, and for you to actually be able to explore the rooftops. Let me tell you, I love platformers, and I got a lot of those colorful screws that I probably wasn't supposed to be able to get, but you know what? That's okay. That's probably why it took me 10 hours. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Pokemon Legends ZA. These are just kind of like my broad thoughts. A lot of this is going to be about something very specific that I heard about today because that was the inspiration for this video. But broad thoughts. I enjoy this game. I like the kind of like the gameplay circle that you've got going on. There's a better term for what I'm trying to say, but the only words that can come to my brain right now are gameplay circle. So I like the gameplay circle that you go in, right? Yeah, you catch stuff during the day, you maybe do like some story stuff, and then at night you battle people. It's pretty fun. I really like the idea of sneaking up on trainers and forcing them to fight you by sneaking up on them. It's kind of like the opposite of what usually happens in a Pokemon game, where like you're walking along and the trainer spots you and challenges you. Now you get to sneak up on other people and challenge them, and that's pretty funny. Obviously, the catching wild Pokemon system is a lot more like Arceus, which I do enjoy. But the battles for me, even though I am, like 15 hours in, they still mostly just feel like I'm pushing buttons when they light up, and I don't enjoy that. And I know that you can make the same argument for like a regular Pokemon game, right? It's turn-based, you're just pushing buttons, but I don't know. I feel like in a regular Pokemon game, if you want to, you can implement a lot of like weird strategies, and I don't feel like that's as possible in ZA. Maybe it's just because of the mons that I have or whatever, but a lot of the time, besides like sending the Pokemon out in the right order and clicking the correct moves, instead of just like clicking Aerial Ace into the Steel type over and over again or something like that, it feels like mostly I'm just clicking buttons when they light up. Now, the exception to this are the Rogue Mega Pokemon battles, in which case add running around in circles to the mix, which I do like more. It just feels like more fun. You dodge attacks, you run around. The Mega Pokemon almost exclusively attack you directly, which is, really nice. Kind of like mixes it up. The same thing's kind of true for like Alpha Pokemon. They pretty much exclusively attack you, and your Pokemon just kind of get caught in the crossfire. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not good at it. Maybe it's just not vibing with me specifically. I don't think that it's bad necessarily. But for me, it feels like I'm just pushing buttons when they light up, and that's not like the best thing in the world for me, at least for trainer battles, because there's so little room to like run around and like actually do stuff. And like, yeah, like you can kind of dodge attacks, but it's like really finicky. The other thing I don't like is that the targeting system. I don't like that basically whenever you're targeting, you can't move, and you can only click attacks when you're targeting something. It's a little annoying because of the way that the targeting system works. They kind of shoehorn in, like, they want you to be targeting a Pokemon when you throw Pokeballs, whereas in Legends Arceus, you could, like, snipe mons from really far away if you got really good at throwing Pokeballs, which I really enjoyed. And Arceus, if you didn't know, because it was a feature you had to, like, turn on manually, had gyroscopic aiming. So, like, you just don't have that in ZA. There's no gyro aiming, you have to aim with the joystick, and it's very finicky. They want you to just target the Pokemon. And that's fine, that's whatever. Like, being stupid and sniping mons from far away is not for everybody, but I just enjoy it, and I'm sad that they basically took it away. Now, let's get into the main topic of this video, okay? Those are my, like, overall thoughts. I think it's a good game. I enjoy it. I think that the art style looks very good for Pokemon. I think it fits what they're trying to do. Billy is just making all sorts of noise right now. I came home, and I'm making noise, so he is like, it is time to be awake and run around. And I gave him some pineapples, so he's very excited. But he's going nuts over there. So let's get into the topic of the video, okay? This game is very unserious. This is probably the most unserious Pokemon game I have ever played. Like straight up, it's like almost everything, okay? A small thing to start with is the fact that the characters talk, and they are just so animated talking. They're like, and like there's no sound coming out. It's just like background music, if anything, and it is just the most awkward thing, and it's hilarious. Some of the mega designs are very silly. Some of these are probably going to be like spoilers, so skip ahead a little bit. Maybe I'll drop a timestamp. I'm sure you've probably had all the megas spoiled for you by now. Mega Phalanx is very funny. That little Phalanx in the middle is just holding on for dear life, and it is hilarious. Also, the way that it walks around by not moving its legs, but the two on the bottom just kind of walk is very, very funny. Mega Starmie might be my new favorite Mega Pokemon, just because of how stupid it is. I love when it hits the Superman pose. 10 out of 10, amazing. Mega Pyroar is funny in a bad way. I don't like Mega Pyroar. Who else? Mega Feraligatr, I think, could be really funny and really cool if the bottom part of the jaw wasn't his arms. I think if it was like a full like Totodile skeleton skull, like all the way around his head, and he had like normal arms, I think I would like it more. Who else? Keep going, Andrew. Keep going. I think those are the only ones that are like super silly, super unserious. Maybe I'm forgetting somebody. If I am, tell me in the comments. What do you think the silliest Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends ZA is? The characters are very unserious. Naveen spends like the whole first 5 hours of the game being super aloof and like kind of mean to you. And, you know, I feel bad for him because it almost feels like everybody's like leaving him out because he doesn't want to eat their food, and he's like, you know, he seems like a cool guy. And then he starts simping for Canary, and I was like, all right, well, any sympathy that I had has just got out the window. You're simping for a VTuber. Like, you know, I don't know. Maybe you don't agree. Maybe I'm making fun of my own audience right now. I don't know, but I just think that's very funny. I think it's very funny that Canary is just a streamer and she cares more about playing Tetris than doing Pokemon battles, basically. I think it's very funny that Canary's grandfather is maybe a little bit too obsessed with his granddaughter. Maybe he just loves her. I don't know. Maybe you don't find it like as a little bit. It's just a little bit too creepy. Like he pretends to be her online. That's just a little bit creepy. He's not like a PR manager. He's straight up just pretending to be her, which is, you know, very funny to me. I think it's funny that he sells plushes. He sets up all of these scaffolding parkour challenges all over the town. So you collect these colorful screws, and they're like what he's known for. And what's the prize for the colorful screws? Plushes of his granddaughter. Very funny. I think it's funny. I think Ivor is funny. I don't know why the internet's thirsting after him. I think his fit is... I think he's chopped. I think his hair is ugly. I think his fit's kind of ugly. But he's very funny and very charismatic. And, like, you know what? If you like himbos, go for it, I guess. I think it's funny that he tried to punch a wall, and it was a fake wall, and he got mad because he should be strong enough to break fake walls too. Like, come on, that's so stupid. What else? The team meetings between all the members of Team MZ. Every single one of those is hilarious. They're great. I love them. I think it's funny that Tani, or the male equivalent of Tani, whose name I cannot remember right now, they get into debt with the Mafia. That's super great. Super hilarious. Just like, why did they put that in this Pokemon game? It doesn't make any sense. I think it's funny that Emma Naruto runs everywhere. It's great. It's hilarious. And then you have competitive ZA, or what we are calling competitive ZA, because I personally actually don't think that this game was ever supposed to be taken seriously enough for people to be making moveset guides and stuff for ZA, but here we are. This is the world we live in. If you enjoy those things and you make those things, you know, all the power to you, because I cannot see myself enjoying the game that way. But Season 1 of Ranked Battles is going to end pretty soon, right? And they've already announced Season 2, and in Season 2, literally the second month of Ranked Battles, they've announced you're allowed to use Yveltal and Xerneas. And are they good? I don't have any idea. I probably won't get into competitive ZA battles if that's disappointing to you. I'm sorry. But literally the second month, they're saying, all right, have the restricted Pokemon. Why? Why are we doing that? What is the point of that? That feels so silly to me. And today, Just today, this is the thing that sparked this entire, for me to like, just like make this video and yap at you guys today. Apparently, people are discovering that Stunfisk is good because of its hitbox. Basically, Stunfisk is so flat and small that it's hard to see it when it's coming up behind you, and it's hard to hit it with attacks because attacks can miss. Just literally, like Moxie Boosted and Hoodlum Calum and like those people, they're running Stunfisk right now to get to rank A because it's optimal, because Stunfisk is tiny and flat and has a small hitbox. What is this? Are we so be so fucking for real right now? You're telling me that people are making moveset guides for all these mods in ZA, a game which I still feel like is mostly just running in circles and clicking buttons when they light up. People are making all these competitive moveset guides, and the people who are in rank A are playing Stunfisk because it's hard to spot and it's hard to hit. They made Fortnite. They made Pokemon Fortnite, and the kids love it. I feel like I'm going crazy. Like I just this game is so unserious on every level in such a way that the PvP ranked mode is also just so unserious. Like, I don't know if Floette's legal right now, but Eternal Floette is also very tiny, and it can click Light of Ruin. So like, is Eternal Floette just gonna be like stupid broken because it's so tiny and it's hard to hit and hard to see, and it has, you know, stupid strong attacks? Like, I'm sure part of the appeal is that if Stunfisk can use these like longer charge moves, right, and you don't see it because it's flat, it's a Stunfisk. I don't know. I just there are so many things that are silly. The NPCs are silly. Like, the very first guy you fight in the game is a cab driver, and he says when he wins the ZA Royale, he's gonna outlaw all kinds of transportation except for taxi cabs. That's hilarious. There's the second guy you fight. His name is it X? It's like you fight like a school child. You fight a child, and the child is like trying to talk smack to you, and he's just like, yeah, you look very rank X to me, like you're not gonna move on. And then he's just like, you know what? Rank X is cooler anyway. Like, what? Why? This is way more unserious than shorts are easy and comfy to wear. Like, this is... I know Pokemon's always been unserious, but I don't know, man. And all of this is to say that I do enjoy ZA. I'm having a fun time playing the game. And I don't know how long it'll be before I beat it. I probably won't do a full review. I just wanted to talk about it with you guys, okay? And I just, you know, I wish we could have this energy in like a regular Pokemon game. Like, I like the capturing mechanics. I like throwing Pokeballs and like sniping people from... I want the Arceus mechanics mixed with the ZA mechanics, kind of. I think I like the ZA battles for like fighting wild Pokemon, fighting alpha Pokemon. Like, I think that's fine. I just don't like it for trainer battles. And I did play like one game of PvP because I was like, what do I need to do to get the Greninja Stone? We need to get to rank K, and I don't feel like it. I don't know if I'm ever going to get those Mega Stones, because unless I need them to have them in Champions, I don't see a point for me. Like, for me, it doesn't make any sense. It's going to be a waste of time for me. But I'm just trying to like think about how we take the positive parts of ZA that I like. And like, you know, these are not... A lot of people like the battles in ZA. I don't like them for trainer battles. I think the trainer battles are literally just... It's running in circles and pushing buttons when they light up. Like, maybe that's appealing to you. For me, like, it feels like there's no strategy to it. Like, except for which Pokemon you're leading and stuff like that, which I've already talked about. How can we get some of this stuff in like a regular Pokemon game? And how can we get it in a Pokemon game that has nice textures on things? I know that the goal of Pokemon, I have come to understand this more recently. Their goal is never to spend a bunch of money on a game and make like a AAA game. And that's okay. But I think what most people take issue with is like, what if they did? How cool would it be if they did? And how cool would it be if they had done it with this game? What if we had this like unserious tone, all this silly stuff going around, But, like, also, you could travel to more of the region, you know? I'm sure the Mega Dimension will be just as unserious and funny. I just, you know, hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. But I think that's the video. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to me yap, as always. When will I have another battle video for you? I probably won't make another battle video until after Vegas. Because I'm trying to make it so the only VGC I'm playing is Vegas Prep, and I'm not burning myself out. Unless I have something really stupid to make. I'm working on a challenge run to get to Master Ball in rank, in Regulation J. We'll see if that ever comes to fruition, but I'm working on a stupid challenge run. Because I have regressed all the way to beginner rank. So if you want to see that, subscribe, like, turn on notifications. If you want to see the more stupid, like, power scaling videos, there will be more, though I'm going to take a break and not pick on WolfClick for a little while, for obvious reasons. But I have other stuff in mind, don't you worry. There was that poll. I'm not counting votes for the poll anymore. I know who won. But feel free to go vote in the poll and push that post, because if people see that post and then they see the video, maybe they'll watch the video. But with that, everybody, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, hype this video, please. My name is Andrew. I'll catch you guys next time. I was playing on the ladder late one night when this team I saw really gave me a fright. The Mons they led, they had such passive vibes, but suddenly, to my surprise, they sang the song. They sang the Parish song. The Parish song. And it was 3 turns